Hi guys, Leica SA, James McCallum here, vlog number 3. Where are we? First week in August. So quickly I want to discuss a couple of things that I would like to explore. I'm not at that place yet where I can say readers have asked me to discuss this or readers have asked me to discuss that. So I'm going to freewheel it until readers actually do start asking me to discuss some things, and you can put them in the comments below, and I guess we'll get to that when the vlog gets some momentum. So a couple of things I want to just go through. First of all, got my Leica MP back from Richard. Camera repairs in 48 hours. Thank you, Richard. And I've got to say that the service from Richard Camera Repairs was fantastic. Dropped this off. He tried to fix it for me while I was waiting. Very courteous of him. It actually had a bigger problem than we anticipated, and it was left with him. And I anticipated a 3-week, 4-week turnaround, and I got it back in 48 hours. And there was quite a little bit of work to be done on this. So thank you very much, Richard, because this is my EDC, my everyday carry, and I do like having it on me all the time. So I'm going to be using this camera. I'm going to be using this pine cone, and I'm going to be using these two lenses. I have a really beautiful 50mm rigid Summaron from 1964, beautiful barrel and in really nice condition and completely clean. So that's a 35mm f2. Together with that, I've got a really nice 35mm Summaron. And this is a little bit older. We're looking at, I don't know if you can see that there, we're looking at 1958. So once again, immaculate little lens, really heavy, really quality. F-stop down to 3.5. So we've got a nice period Leica 50mm and a nice Leica period 35mm. I'm going to be shooting both of these lenses on the MP in controlled conditions. And specifically, I'm going to be shooting the pine cone, this large open pine cone, because I'm interested in depth of field. I'm interested in sharpness. I'm interested in the quality and the characteristics of the image. And I want to understand the various levels of charisma that can be achieved through the project, whereby I am a standard distance away from the object and I'm using the lenses at different f-stops, so we can compare speed, we can compare f-stop on both the 35 and the Summacron to see which one of these lenses is superior. Now, I'm doing that more for myself because I'm curious. I'm constantly changing these two lenses around, and I really just want to put one lens on that camera and develop the discipline to shoot one camera, one lens, one film, Tri-X 400, for 1 year to see the results. And I think that could be a challenge sometimes with analog photography, especially when you suffer from gas, is that you're constantly changing and you're never really getting good at one thing. So I'm going to pick up one guitar and play that one guitar, put on one pair of shoes and wear that one pair of shoes for an entire year. But I just want to make sure which one of these is going to be the better one. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I saw a really good YouTube video, and I'm reminded, it's here somewhere, down here, I'm reminded of how beautiful the Hasselblad is. And I'm just going to take this is also my everyday carry. And it's a pity because, truth be told, I prefer the Hasselblad to the Leica, and I don't know why. I don't think it's a 6x6 neg, although that might have something to do with it. I don't necessarily prefer its fact that it's more modular. I don't really, it's not a huge advantage to me. I don't take Hasselblads apart and put them back together. But there's something really iconic about this. It was perfect for the Rolling Stone magazine, and it was perfect for the early rock industry at its heyday between 62 and 1980 for album covers. And so this was the go-to camera for studios to make an album cover. And truth be told, I'm just not shooting enough film through this camera. And it's a burning building thing. I've said it before. I would grab my Hasselblads before I'd grab my Leica. And I've got to think about that, but this is coming with me either way. And on the topic of this, I just picked up, and I want to put some book reviews in for you as well. I just picked up this fantastic book off eBay, and I just want to share it with you very quickly. And it took me about a year Sorry, I went into the dark there. I thought maybe it was ESCOM, but it wasn't me. It was a technical glitch. It took me about a year to find this book, and it's Michael Kenner, Venezia, Visions of Venice. And it's absolutely beautiful. Sorry, I don't really have a great vlogging setup here, but I guess as I grow, I'll improve. So you're seeing me mess it up a little bit. But what he's done here is taken some really long exposures in low light conditions with the 500 cm and normally a 120 millimeter, and he always has the 80 with him as well. And I've got a feeling he's got a 50 millimeter in his kit. And this book is absolutely beautiful. And when I think about my Leica and Hasselblad holidays to Venice, I'm not half as artistic. I'm looking for sharp. I'm not looking for blur. I'm looking for perfect light. And this book has really inspired me to go back and experiment more with imperfect shutter and imperfect times to see if I can't create an image like that one. So Hasselblad, to me, is an absolutely iconic camera. And if I can, I'd like to bring them into the forum to discuss them a little bit more, because they do belong on the Leica page. Here's some of the images I took in Venice. I'm not going to bore you with them. They are interesting, but when I compare them with Michael Kenner's efforts, I don't know, they're pretty ordinary. But in photography, we learn as we grow. And really there's no such bad thing, or there's no such a thing as a bad roll of film, because you're either learning or you're exposing. And in reality, the two things are the same, I think. But anyway, as I say, I've free-wheeled this thing, and I'm really looking forward to getting engaged further with you on things that really matter. Just on the Leica MP Goldfinch program, I'll have my Leica M2, a 1962 Leica M2 back from refurbishment. And it'll be the first Leica Goldfinch in the country, and I'm really excited to show it to you and to indeed test out the modifications that we've done to see whether or not the modifications have made it a better shooter's camera for today. That's everything. I'll have the images of the Pinecone later this week, and we can make comparisons between the two. So what we're looking for is we're looking for bokeh, we're looking for subtle sharpness, we're looking for charisma, I guess would be the right word in the images, to see which one of these two lenses is indeed superior. And maybe it's a waste of time because they're both fantastic, but nevertheless, it's interesting, and we should be doing things like this. It's all about experimenting. Thanks. Have a great evening. Take care.